there's an old adage that has nothing to do with marketing that, talks about you either succeed or you learn. There's no failure.
Yep.
You either succeed or you learn. And same thing could be applied to marketing. You either get the results that you want out of your marketing campaign, or hopefully you learn so that your next marketing campaign is better than your last one. There's no failures. Succeed or learn. Those are the two options. But if you're not paying attention to your data or things like that, you very well could fail because you have no idea what's happening with your campaigns.
No, I think that's a great adage for any business owner. Like, you got to take every day by either learning or succeeding. It's just kind of how you grow in general, or as you grow as a person. I think each day is, whether you stumble across something, things that might not work the way that you wanted to, but then, like you said, you learn from it. It's kind of what we talked about at the beginning too. It's the mindset of knowing I'm not a failure. I got to figure out that this just didn't work and learn from it. So I think that's a great thing to kind of take away from this.
Unless you're a Cleveland Browns fan, then we historically, over the years of my entire life, seemingly we can't seem to either win or learn.
I'm right here. I'm a Vikings fan, so I totally understand it as well. It's that we enjoy the misery, I think, is the other part of that as well.
Yep. So, but again, I think that this is a great time, just to bring everything full circle. This is a great time of the year to start looking at those things, start analyzing those things, start asking the right questions, because this is a time of the year where a lot of people's businesses might be a little bit slower, or they have a little bit more time to think about their businesses. If nothing else, between Christmas and New Year's, a lot of times that's a very soft period of time for a lot of businesses. So it gives you a full week to really saturate your mind with, hey, how do you want to go into 2024? Ask the right questions, look at the right data. So it's a great time of the year, as I mentioned earlier, to really start looking at your business, looking at what you've done right over the past year, what you've done wrong over the past year, and what you want to do different moving forward. So a lot of these questions sort of play, and not that we planned it that way, obviously, but a lot of these questions really play right into that.
Yeah, so. No, I think we want everybody to kind of noodle things around, especially this time of year, and kind of it's whether it's a calendar date, we all kind of have to figure out a way to, how do we make things better and kind of grow from there. So I think it's like I said, and I'm glad that you got fired up about this, is that I made me excited to know that this is definitely like a time of year to kind of start thinking about a lot of different things, and you will have some downtime to kind of do research, and make sure to go check out all of our YouTube videos for different aspects of different things that you might not have known. And so I think you will have that time to kind of research and do different things about things that you don't know. And that's what we want everybody to do.
Yeah. And I think that we're not just saying this on our end, like it's like, hey, we're dispensing advice. We just had our weekly staff meeting earlier today, and we're even talking about this process as it relates to iMagnet management. So we're not just saying, hey, this is what you need to do. This is what we're doing. This is actually, what we're thinking about, what we're doing. And again, there's no such thing as status quo in life, in business. You can't stay in the same place. You're either moving forward or you're falling behind, whether you realize it or whether it's happening so slowly that you don't realize it until maybe later in the process. But there's no such thing as getting to a certain point and putting it in neutral and staying status quo. You either are pushing forward or you're falling back. And this is a really good time of the year to really start thinking about those things, because we work with a lot of businesses, unfortunately, that have had a lot of success over a lot of years, and then all of a sudden they get to a point where their business isn't what they want it to be, but they've really ignored it for 2 or 3 years, and it didn't happen overnight. Where they're at now has happened slowly over the course of 2 or 3 years of them not paying attention to the things that they did to become successful. And now they're really starting to notice it. but it didn't just happen. It's happened over the course of 2 or 3 years of starting to fall slowly backwards. So, part of the things I think about when at this time of the year is, are we getting complacent? Are we beginning to get too comfortable with a place? Are we not spending as much time trying to educate ourselves because we feel like we've already got it figured out, so we don't have to be as hungry for that information? If you're in a business and you have a level of expertise, are you continuing to fine tune your craft so you can continue to get better? Or are you relying on the fact that, okay, I've been at a certain level and that I'll always continue to be at that level? Sorry, man, I'm kind of, it's a Monday. I just had a cup of coffee as we were talking. Kind of excited, but it's like this stuff gets me fired up, because this is why we're in business. This is why we're doing what we're doing. We're not doing this to sort of mail it in. I mean, you're either in it to win it, or like, even with my son, that when he plays football, I say to him, I'm like, I'll never be disappointed in you if your team loses the game, but I will be disappointed in you if you don't give it 100%. I mean, if you're not giving 100%, what are you doing? I mean, find something else that you're passionate about that you can give it 100%. Because if you're not giving 100%, what are you doing? I mean, what are you doing?
No, I completely agree. And you're getting hearts and likes over here too. So definitely you're hitting the chord with people. I think that's, to me, it's always been, it's not the destination, it's the journey has kind of been one of my things too. It's like, if you can't enjoy what you're doing and you're only focused on that far goal, then you're going to miss out on all these other things that are along the way. And I think that at least has been an adage for me. I have to enjoy the process. It might be, like you said, it might not be the best day, but you're learning and you're doing something different and you're evolving. You're jumping in the cold water. You have to figure out different things to kind of keep yourself going, and rather than just, I'm going to stick with the same routine every day and kind of just, you're going to get bored with life. You're going to get bored with whatever you're doing. You have to kind of evolve and change. And that's the only way, one, you're going to keep up or keep yourself excited and want to do different things. Cause again, this is one of those that could go on forever, but if you're not giving yourself something to do each day, you're just kind of, in my head, you're kind of slowly dying. So I want to always have a new thing or trying different aspects of life and trying to create that continued journey. That's hopefully there isn't a destination. I'm just constantly moving down the road and enjoying everything that I'm seeing and doing along the way.